Wow, we get to follow so many great people and a little bit overlap with what's already been said here today about open government, open data, and things like that. I want to tell you about my passion and my story about the geoportal that we put together at Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas. Begin with my passion. My background is GIS. I have to tell you a little bit about GIS, what it is that we do. We take and we model real-world features and we abstract them into a database. And that's what it is. You know, we take the Google and Bing examples. That allows me to explain to all of you and all of my family what it is I do on a daily basis when I say I do GIS. Because nobody understands what geographic information systems are. It's just intelligent computer mapping. We organize the data into themes or layers. Then that's taken and integrated and put together to create maps, data and analysis to make policy decisions and things like that. In government, we use that data on a daily basis to drive our decision making. This gets around to the other thing. This is public money that's used to create this data, therefore it's public data. Let me get back on my slides here. We spent a great deal of time and effort and, like I say, public money putting this data together. Since the data is created with public funds, it's public. We've had discussions with internal stakeholders for many, many years on how do we do this. You know, should we charge for the data? How should we distribute the data? What restrictions on use? Should we license it? Should we copyright it? Should we, what if somebody else takes the data and value adds to it and does something else with it? You know, we had all these questions, and finally, I took over the GIS department in October of 2006, and I had to have a way to distribute the data because I was getting 3 or 4 requests a month, and it was taking me on the order of 3 days and three people to distribute the data. So in July of 2007, we integrated some data distribution policies. They were formal policies that required a written request, a signed agreement, and payment of fees and things like that. They were primarily impacting your premium data sets, planimetric data, aerial photography, parcels, and our street center lines. These are the data sets that we have spent tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars in developing over decades. This is very valuable data to lots of different users. Next up, I'm finally catching up with the slides, is showing our statistics. What we did in 5 years, we collected $22,000. This wasn't working. We're not recouping tens of thousands of dollars of cost. Our big users are these engineering, surveyors and architecture firms, people doing big projects. And it's like, well, why should we just have this elite group of users using our data? It should be available to everybody. We distributed 293 requests over 5 years. It's kind of silly. Why am I spending so much time, money, and effort to track this, to handle this, to devote staff time to it? The things started to turn for me. Looking at the statistics, also got a chance to meet Tim O'Reilly at the Make Fair a few years ago. Create more value than you capture. That just rung in my head. July of 2011, I was at the ESRI user conference, which is the big GIS Geek conference in San Diego. Somebody else always has a better use for your GIS data. That's Paul Ramsey. He's a post-GIS developer. May 2012 at CityCamp, our own Mayor Joe Reardon said, open the gates. And he was talking about our government data. Finally, I said, heck with the stakeholders, heck with all the arguing and everything like that. I'm going to make the data freely available. So, thank you. The data that I'm the custodian of, let's see if I can get it to advance. The data that I'm the custodian of, I have placed out on the internet for free. If I can get the page to come up. There we go. Okay, so freely available, downloadable, no agreement necessary. This is the web URL. You can kind of see what the site looks at. It's low tech. It's just an HTML page, downloadable data. Everything's put together in zip files, tiled format. That's what we work with. That's what we deal with on a daily basis. Caveats, fine print. We always have to put that out there for government use. Parcel attribute data. State law in Kansas prevents us from freely openly distributing anything dealing with owner name or address. We need to have people sign an agreement and say that they aren't going to use it for solicitation or other purposes. Those are the only things that I touch, that I deal with, that I'm the custodian of, that aren't out there. Now, this isn't all of our data. There's other departments involved. We're moving ahead to trying to get them involved. I want to show you some usage statistics since we went online in June of last year. We went from, obviously it's up and down. We've got aerials, all the data together, our parcel files. Our parcel data, 70,000 parcels being downloaded on a regular basis. It was downloaded over 50 times in the first month that we were out there, and that was a cold release. We didn't post or announce it, anything like this, so I was very happy to see that it was out there and being used. Moving ahead, I want to get the big guys using it, Bing, Google, and others. Go back to that, want to keep adding more data to it, so land use, zoning, those are kind of the next things on the ball. Make it available in more data formats. Right now it's in shape files or TIFF files or the things that we work up regularly, KMZ and file geodatabase. Also, want to make it available in live streams. Running out of time here, appreciate it. Want you to encourage you to use our data. That's why I put it there. I want you to use it. I want you to take it and duplicate it and put it in your applications, put it on your websites, and do what you can with it. So thank you.